Alright guys, kind of new to the live streaming thing, so excuse the first like 2 minutes while we're trying to get everything squared away. I am going to run around in the Super Hornet and just chit chat, see who pops on and does what, and keep an eye on the live chat the best that I can, see how this goes. Again, not really done the live streaming thing too much before, and this time I'm not doing the live stream with OBS, I'm actually doing it with Shadowplay, so we'll see how this turns out. Let's go ahead and pull up the Super Hornet.
Selection confirmed.
Delta 04, good to go, and that is behind us. But yeah, so I'm really excited to be doing the live streaming with Star Citizen, especially being right on the heels of 3.0. I actually also have a little bit of video encoding going in the background, so if I'm getting some potato settings and all kinds of craziness, let me know. It's probably because I've got Handbrake running in the background. Because of the way that I record my videos, I have to handbrake most of my stuff before I can actually use it in Adobe Premiere Pro to make products for YouTube. So this is all a learning experience for me. I do actually have my phone going as a preview of the stream, so I can monitor the stream health, and then I have the chat window popped out on my second monitor to see how this goes. So, that being said, we don't currently have anybody watching that I can tell, but we will go ahead and start getting this rolling. And I do hope you guys don't hear the clackety of my sticks. So let's go ahead and pull our throttle back. I am running dual sticks right now, and in testing, dual sticks worked. Why are dual sticks not working all of a sudden? That's not good.
Takeoff complete.
Oh, there they go. There we go. We're good now. I just had to get off the landing pad a little bit. Retract that landing gear. Oh man. Brittany's watching the live stream. Seems and sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. I decided not to do the face cam because the way my monitors are set up, it is a little tough. Let's go to 275 first. The way the monitor is set up, it's tough to do the face cam, and I'm not too interested in trying that. I just really felt like getting into playing a little bit of Star Citizen and really live streaming it. I saw a couple other people playing that whole live streaming Star Citizen game, and I figured I'd jump into that security post. Let's go ahead and hop in this security post. Let's see where this goes. There's no telling. You can find nothing, you can find a lot here. It just really depends on quite a bit. So we'll pull our throttle back a little bit. Alright, so we've got another, looks like another Captain Steve. Yeah, so Hornet, maybe not Super Hornet. There's a Gladius at the parked. That's Noxidius. Alright, we have a hostile contact standby. Standby hostile contact. Let's get this fool. Alright, we're going to burn and turn, because that's kind of what we do here. We don't have a read on what he is yet, so let's go ahead and get us some fire off on him. Right now, what we're going to try to do is bring his shields down, alright, with the lasers, and we'll roll the Gatling cannons when we actually get a shot lined up. He may not let us get a shot lined up. That's more than possible. He's trying to strafe us, so we definitely don't want him strafing, considering he has all the same abilities we do. Let's go ahead and just let's see if we can outpace him with ammo and make him not so interested in running that. Alright, he's hitting our back shields right now, but that's okay. Alright, we're looking pretty good. I don't know what the stream look. Oh, dear Christ, that was like right by our face, and we're starting to fade out. We gotta watch our induced G's on the turns here. This is not looking good. I don't want to use missiles. I want this to be a true-to-life dogfight. We've got to come off the lasers a little bit of a lag spike on my end. And we definitely want to start running the Gatling cannons a little bit. Yeah, let's come around this guy, boost around him a little bit. I want to try to get to his back end if I can. Oh, I can't even get the Gatling cannon spooled up. This is not good. It's not good for me. Got to get those Gatling cannons spooled up, but I don't want to waste too much ammo, because that's one thing we don't have a whole lot of, is Gatling cannon ammo. And if we're not too terribly careful, there we go, just throw some rounds in his nose, come back around here, let's see where this goes. We'll just kind of, you know, die, fuzzy bunny die on the Gatling cannons, just a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm not watching the chat right now, because it's a little intense. It's slightly, I don't want to use missiles. Let's see if we can outturn him. He's the exact same freaking aircraft as us, or spacecraft, or any other aeronautical term. We use way too many rounds on that. Let's boost past him. We gotta burn and turn. Gotta burn and turn. We cannot stay and go nose to nose with him, because he has the same problems we do. And that is, we're decently strong. This thing's got a decent amount of armor, but it's not exactly the most not squishy spacecraft the world's ever seen. That whole, I cut my throttle and then brought my throttle back up, and that was probably not a good move. We've got a good opportunity on his tail end right now, so let's keep rounds going. Back our throttle off, throttle back on. Alright, Gatling cannons back up. Alright, back our throttle off, throttle back on, boost. Afterburners. He's not showing up on my targeting display, so I don't know what kind of damage we have or haven't done to him. And our little freaking circle here is getting a lot closer, a lot tighter than I really want it to be. And why is there nobody else helping us? Why in the world is there no one else helping us? Alright, let's pull those Gatling cannons up. It doesn't look like... Oh yeah, we're so screwed. Alright, we gotta burn past him. Let's burn past him. Alright, pull that throttle back, gun that throttle back on. I'm sure you guys can hear my sticks click-clacking, and I promise I will check the chat in just a moment. I tried to peek at it. Guys. Sorry. Alright, strafe around him. Back throttle off, throttle back on. We're starting to black out just a little bit. Throttle back off, throttle back on. The dual sticks are great for maneuverability, but aiming is just absolute garbage. Whew! Oh. Alright, so I don't know how lagged the stream is, but that didn't turn out well. That didn't turn out well at all. JJ, welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for joining. Pretty happy to have, 2 subscribers. 2 of my subscribers on my stream. It's exciting. It really is. So I guess we're going to move around. Can't hear them. Can't hear who? Can't hear me? Because the only voice you're going to hear will be me. Everybody else is text chat. Alright. Woo! That was kind of rough. We've got a couple minutes before our Super Hornet. Super Hornet. No, we got a couple minutes before I'll be able to respawn the Super Hornet. So I'm thinking about pulling out the Cutlass. But the problem with the Cutlass that I have is I have not... Oh, the clicks. Excellent. Awesome. Because I was like throwing the sticks around like it was crazy. I'm very happy to know you guys can't hear that. So we got 2 minutes for the Super Hornet. If I pull out the Cutlass, we don't have a very good weapons loadout. If I pull out the Caterpillar, we don't have a crew. So let's go ahead and pull the Cutlass out. Let's just see.
Your ship is currently being
Lag spike. The lag is real. Alright, so let's go ahead and D07. I'm not trying to get too crazy with the mouse movements because I know it can be sickening if you're not too terribly careful. And again, my Cutlass is not well put together for dogfighting right now. I've kind of left the loadout of it alone. And the reason I did that is because come 3.0, which should be middle of next month or by the end of the year, one of the two, it's going to get a rework. So it's going to be totally different than what it is now. So there's, in my mind, there's no reason, setting it up with different weapons. I may be able to redo the loadout here on the deck. Let's see here. If I can replace the sucker punch cannons that are on the front here with something else. So let's go ahead and hit F here. No. So sucker punch is what I have. Plus it's like a 117. So yeah, this thing is really not set up to dogfight at all. At all. So, let's go ahead and hop in. We'll go ahead and get shot out of the sky with this. If we had a crew, life would be a lot easier. But I don't know. I'm kind of regretting this right now, guys. I'm really kind of regretting this. I'm kind of thinking that we need to cut down the Drake and just hang out and chit-chat for a couple minutes while I get my Hornet back. Yeah, let's do that. Let's not play this game too much. This thing is not set to dogfight, and it's not gonna dogfight. So we'll go ahead and just leave this here, and we'll let somebody else. We'll let Oh, smack my microphone. I'm trying to reach around it and type. Nox. Good fight. All right. And Cutlass. See, I can't see what I'm typing. D07. So we'll go ahead and just leave the Cutlass out there for somebody to grab until our Hornet is ready to go. Strictly because I don't really have any reason to not do it like that. You know, if I'd taken the time and I'd actually done my loadout on this thing right, it would be something totally different. But that is not the case. So therefore, I'm not going to take the Cutlass out. And the name of the live stream is Super Hornet Hatred. So let's get us some Super Hornet Hatred going on. Even though we got 2 minutes to hang out and do whatever. It's 11:30 right now Eastern Time. I am not intending on streaming much past midnight, if at all past midnight. This may be like a get shot down twice or 3 times and call it done. This is more of test out Shadow Play, see how Shadow Play is running. We are currently done with the video encoding on Handbrake that I was doing before, which is... Hold on, I got a lag spike, like a hard lag spike. 2 whole frames per second. I love you, Persistent Universe. I love you, Persistent Universe, and your ridiculous lag spiking. So we're going to hang out here for just a second. Let this thing figure... Alright, there, we figure ourselves out. And, alright, Super Hornet's back up. Look at that. Alright. Let's go get our Super Hornet. It's on D07, so hopefully somebody doesn't... Excellent. Oh, 7. 7's that way. Let's get back in our Super Hornet. Yeah, I know, Hornet hype, right? Right, JJ? I hate to say it, but it's one of those pay to wins, right? You get the Super Hornet, and it's just like, oh, dogfighting's so much easier. You run around, you do some of the multiplayer dogfighting stuff, and then you just spend your rack on some better weapons and get your loadout the way you want it. I've actually got a spreadsheet that determines round velocity, so that way all your rounds impact at the same time and your pips are near each other, which evidently has changed since I downloaded it because my pips are not on top of each other, which is an issue. Which is absolutely an issue. Woo, love the Hornet hype. Let me take a sip. Whew, got me a nice jug of water here. That way I can stay hydrated. Alright, and let's go ahead and slow our throttle. Raise there. I think our gimbals are still locked. Gimbal's still locked. Good to go. Let's get our tails back to the security post because we are not going to suffer this kind of defeat. We shall not suffer this type of defeat. Actually, we're going to suffer this type of defeat often. Let's not even mess around with this. Like, this is not even ha-ha, hee-hee. We are going to get wrecked left and right because we have been out of this for so long. Let's get back to security post. Let's not make complete and total fools of ourselves. Nox may be there still, or he may be off on a resupply. We'll see. But I'm actually okay to go hide in the shadows and wait for Nox to show up. Where was Alright, Swimming Tacos? Swimming Tacos, you are now my target, guy. Eater guy. He's a Gladys. The good thing is they're kind of squishy. I don't think he was expecting to get shot at. I feel kind of like a D-bag right now. I don't think he was expecting to get shot at. He definitely seemed like he was, trying to go, like, land and do stuff. But I think Nox is about to be back on our tails. So we're going to have to really keep an eye out on him. Alright, burn and turn on this guy. For sure. Alright. Hey, this is working well. Maybe, I don't know if it's our higher maneuverability or if we caught him when he really wasn't expecting to get caught. I do expect to start taking rounds from Nox before too terribly long. We have got the Gatling cannon on. Woo! There we go. There we go. Alright. Nox. Let's do this. I can't tell if he's on our tail or not, but he seems to be standing by. Let's nose up to him and let's see. I don't want to just freaking roll up to him and start blasting him like I did the last guy. I feel kind of bad about that, actually, guys. I do feel kind of bad about that. He does seem to be standing by. There's not a relative speed indication, which is a little bit of a bother to me. So let's pull up here and get within like 1,000 meters off his nose. Alright, Nox. Are we fighting? Are we fighting? He's keeping an eye on this other guy. Who's this other guy? JJ something? JJ Spates? Come on, Nox. What are you doing? Nox is shooting at somebody. Not me. He just fired off some missiles. I'm apprehensive to attack him. Then again, it looks like JJ Spates is locked in battle here, so therefore I'm really not inclined to get involved yet. I don't know, what do you guys think? We got two people watching. Do we jump in? Do we stand by? Come on. You guys let me know. I don't really want to jump in the middle of what they got going on. Kind of okay to watch it and see how it pans out, because Nox did absolutely trash us, and I sit here and think about it. I'm pretty sure me and that guy have rolled before. Pretty sure. Not too terribly sure. Well, it's good that Nox gave us a U2 on the good fight, because I definitely thought he was a really good fight. He looks like he's having a good one. So we're just going to stand by here. We're just going to stand by here. Hold on. Let's throw our parking brake on. I've got one of my sliders set to kind of like a parking brake, so we'll use that. Just keep an eye on the situation. Let's see. Is Nox ready for another one? I think Nox is ready for another one. We'll see. He's moving about. I think he needs a resupply. I'm about to ask him, like, yo, bro, you need a resupply? Trying to be like a gentleman here. Well, that was rounds incoming. I think he's ready to roll. Let me ask him. Let me ask him. I'm going to reach across my stuff. Oh. Alright, let's see here. I don't want to fight him if he's not ready to. I'm a gentleman like that. Absolutely a gentleman like that. Well, if he does say ready up, then we'll go ahead and give him to like the count of 3. Let him reacquire us. You know, make it fair. But I think he's probably going to be fighting Desmond. I'm not... Alright, Nox is. Alright, so we'll give him a 1, a 2, and a 3. Let's go. Let us take this guy. Ah, so maneuverable. I love it. I love it. He's waiting for us to open fire, which is awesome. We are kind of the weaker link in the chain here. Let's get some rounds going. God, this guy is a freaking phenomenal pilot. I think he's missing a freaking wing, which if he's missing a wing, he's missing a weapon. Let's get it under this thing. There we go. Right, cut the throttle a little bit. Come back around. Oh, he wants to play around through all the holes and stuff. Smart guy. Smart guy. He's one hell of a pilot. I'll give him that. Holy dear. Alright, let's not get too involved in all of that. Let's decouple. Decouple, by the way, disables inertial controls. So, wait, one's weak, take them out. Oh, you know, JJ, I can't do that. I can't do that because I do have one of the premier dogfighting ships. If I had, you know, like Cutlass or something like that, then maybe. But with this ship, if I can't take somebody at full strength, I probably don't need to have it. And that's just complete honesty. Let's go ahead and zip by here. Decouple. Recouple. Oh, yeah, we took both those hits right to the nose. Good job, me. We got quite a few enemy contacts, it seems like. Well, Nox has a lot of people on him. I'm almost tempted to peel off, because that's pretty rough. And, by the way, if the chat's a little behind, let me know. Just give me an idea, because what I don't want to do is you guys think that I'm ignoring you. I'm trying to peek down. This is a jousting match, which is not really what you want to do in this. Alright, let's decouple, recouple. Let's try to pull it around. This guy's damn good. This guy's damn decouple, recouple. Alright. Boost. He's got us. This kills me when you're fighting against somebody who can keep the beat on you like that and just freaking, he's damaged. He's obviously fought us like twice and he's still giving us a hard time. And that was kind of rough because I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat like I probably shouldn't be. I'm trying to decouple and recouple, keep my momentum a little bit questionable, but I'm still not too good at that. I think I hit somebody or something. Decouple, recouple. And the contrast on that little arrow, I'm sure you guys can see it a lot better than I can. Contrast, yeah, 25%. Contrast on that arrow is not so great, so when the screen starts getting all kinds of silly and rough and stuff, it definitely makes life a little difficult for me to keep engaged here. And I get little random lag spikes. I don't want to spam the Mantis cannons on my wings. I want to try to get his shields down, which... Ooh, this guy's definitely something else. Alright, he hit somebody or something. So let's maximize on that while he gets his freaking bearings back. We didn't maximize on that at all. No, we didn't. We didn't maximize on that at all. We're going nose to nose with him, which is a bad idea. And now we're putting our tail right to him. Oh, this guy has definitely got me outclassed when it comes to using one of these aircraft. Spacecraft, whatever they're called, man. You'd think I'd know words and stuff, but everybody who's ever tried this YouTube thing can tell you that attention is like traction. You have so much of it, and it makes it really hard to commentate when you're running around and trying to shoot people, and you're trying to like drop countermeasures, and you're like trying to shoot things and do stuff, and yeah, it's just not always cracked up to be. But I love stuff like this. I really do. Yeah, we've got to really look at our weapon loadout because my tips are so far from each other. All right, let's boost at this guy. I've got to get him behind me. Or no, not him behind me. That's not what I want. I want me behind him. I want to have him turning hard and doing what I'm doing. And oh, aft shields up. Okay, front shields are looking good though. All right. Oh, let's come off that decoupled. Oh, man. This is rough. He's got my tails out. My tails are gone. This dude is just wrecking me, man. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. Alright, let's go ahead and boost at him. Boost is different than Afterburner. Afterburner, what it does is increases your speed in a single direction. Boost, what it does is increase your maneuvering speed at that right there. There we go, we're done. Oh, he just killed us. Come on. Come on. Come back alive, guy. Oh. Boost. Afterburners. Decoupled off. Spin back around. He's been shooting at our tail that whole time. That whole time we were knocked out, he has been right on our tail. So it's good to bring our shield back around to where he can't really see us so well. And... oh, I'm trying to like find meaningful commentary. He's back got us knocked out again. Ah! Increasing volumes of fire? I don't know. I don't know. We gotta get past. There we go. The dude has wrecked us 2 times. 2 times. And I don't even think he's resupplied. I don't even think he's resupplied yet. That's rough. That is rough. It makes you feel bad about having a ship like a Super Hornet and not being able to use it correctly. That dude is freaking phenomenal. I have to say that. That dude is freaking phenomenal at the dogfights. I don't think, unless I've got somebody helping me, that I'm going to be able to take him. There's just no way. The dude's got me out-skilled hardcore. It's not even out-weaponed, because I've got some of the, well, used to be, maybe not so much. This calls for vengeance. Yeah, I know, right, JJ? Jeez. This is ridiculous. Oh, well, try not to smack my microphones. All right, so the ace on the server apparently is walking off, which is good. I'm okay to not like scream vengeance because the dude's gonna let me off real quick by just not. Oh, there we go. Controls are wonky. Yeah, you know, if you look up in the chat window, controls being wonky, that is one of the hardest things about this, is the controls are super wonky. You know what? While we're waiting for our ship, let's go ahead and pull up the Drake Caterpillar. If none of you guys have seen it, it's actually a pretty cool ship. It's at D00. Let's move over to 00 real quick. I do love my Caterpillar, and I cannot wait for proper cargo and all kinds of other goodness, because the Caterpillar is going to be freaking awesome. Caterpillar is going to be great. I actually have looked at equipping mine with basically flak cannons. I don't know what I have on it currently. We can take a look. I know I did a little looking at changing it up, but I wish I could get vengeance, but the dude kind of spanked me around like I was a child, so I'm okay to just let it go. I'm okay to let it go. I'm gonna cut in and out for a minute, guys, because just the frame rate tanked. And I don't know if that's the result of the server. I don't see. I might. We will see. The music faded off. In and out. Pretty hardcore. It's rough right now. I'm like, I don't know what it's doing. I am just here. We will see. We will see. Cutting in and out. I have no corrected itself. All right, we're good. We're good, guys. Sorry about that. That was rough. All right, let's put our light on. You guys are gonna have trouble seeing. Turn the light. Yeah, that light helps so much. All right, so if you look up in the chat, somebody else had the same problem. Game dropped 2 FPS, 1 FPS for like 2 minutes. Excellent. So this is the Caterpillar. Pretty impressive piece of gear. Problem is your headlamp. Yeah, that was real rough. It was just like, I'm going to stare at the steps and hope this comes off the other way. Actually, I'm going to get an opportunity to get a screenshot real quick. If I can remember how to screenshot. I just don't remember. Look at this thing. Isn't she pretty? She's a hideous, beautiful beast. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. All right, let's... I don't know what to do. I'm not very familiar. There we go. Let's look at the sun. No. We gotta hold this button. That button. Look at that right there. If I can keep the mouse still. There we go. That's a pretty sight. That's the one thing that makes this game. I love it so much. Is this right here? I mean, how many other games give you a view like that? Just freaking... And this thing isn't even released yet. This is ridiculous. It's not even released yet. It is freaking ridiculously huge. I actually still have problems landing it. I need people to come and point me to the right direction to land this stupid thing. Because it's really tough to land when you can't see. And I'll show you the view from the cockpit. Problem is, there's not a whole lot in the way of weaponry on this, so if I get in a dogfight, I'm kind of screwed. And also, there's not a whole lot you can do with it. So this is the access elevator in front of the bottom aft rear turret. So you use the access elevator, hop up into it, and actually I have some aftermarket weaponry. These, what are they called? Apocalypse Arms Revenant Ballistic Guns. I bought those with rec I earned from doing dogfights in the online, which is pretty freaking cool. Turn our headlamp off, shouldn't need it inside. So this elevator comes up here, and to get to the command deck, you have to go through the lower hallway here, into engineering. This is the access to get to that bottom turret. Then you come back around, you go up the stairs here, to the center hallway. Now you've got the tractor beam room on this side, and this will be how you tractor beam gear into the cargo bays that are up forward of the vessel. Pretty freaking sweet, right? And this is EVA access, so you can use this hatch to hit the EVA, there it is, the EVA ladder, which will take you up to a hatch, bring you on the top side of the vessel. This walkway right here brings you into Cargo Bay 1, which is the closest to the ship vessel, or ship body. And then, of course, 2, 3, and 4, it's all the same stuff. And I'll actually hop down real quick, show you guys the cargo bay doors opening. It's pretty freaking sweet. They did a really good job modeling this ship. And there's a lot of talk of these bays are supposed to be configurable to different, I guess you'd say, pieces and parts and all that doodads, but nobody's decided really what they want to put in here as far as the developers are concerned. So, granted, this thing has a ton of potential to throw a bunch of cargo in it, which is why it exists in the world. This thing's freaking sweet, but it's kind of silly to try to fly around by yourself. So if I had other people on, or if I wasn't live streaming, I could talk to other people. I could ask that guy to crew this ship, but I really don't have the ability to sit and chit-chat with him. So I'll show you guys the bridge and probably wrap this up. I'm not... Oh, glitching through walls. All right. I love it. I love it. This is early access at its finest, man. Glitching right through that faceplant. Love the faceplant. And the get-up animations are pretty phenomenal, too. It makes faceplanting worth it. It really does. So we'll go back on. I'll show you guys the command deck real quick. And I'm probably going to jump off here because putting my tail between my legs after getting spanked around by Nox is the best I'm going to do. I also don't need to stay up too late. I've got to get up early in the morning for work, as I'm sure a lot of other people do. Work or school, or in some people's cases, small children. Just depends really what it is. I kind of wanted to test out the new shadow play that I'm using, the beta, make sure it works. This one way to leave a ship? Yeah, isn't it? That really is one way to leave a ship. If not, you know, one of the best. Because, you know, no doors involved, right? You just clip out whenever you want. So I'll show you guys command deck real quick, get back inside, and then probably cut this bit of a testing live stream out. So this is the command deck, and as you see, you don't have a very, very good view of it flying. We'll take it around the station and try to land it. We'll do that. So this is the view you have, which is not impressive by any means. You're lacking the whole right side of the vessel to be able to see what you're doing, but we'll take it up, around, pull the gear up, put the gear down, do all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and raise it up.
Complete.
Come on.
Impact
Oh,
warning.
I took the
Landing
controller the wrong way.
Approved.
Come on.
Landing complete.
There we go. Alright, let's pull that gear up. Gear is being retracted. Is it just playing the T key? No. I can't remember what hotkey I have bound for the lights. The lights are kind of an important thing with this because it helps illuminate the ground under you. You can see... Alright, pull it. There we go. Landing gear is now up. Whew! Alright. Look around. We got to clear those rings. Those rings are kind of a problem if you're not careful. We'll go ahead and take it around. Up the throttle. She doesn't turn very fast. She's kind of a thick beast. Now I've got a couple laser cannons above and below the control canopy, but the real power this thing has is the turret that's on the front, which I think you can just barely see right there in the center of my screen right now, and also the turret that's below the vessel. So we're going to go ahead, and you notice I'm not taking the throttle much above like 75. You can actually outgas the turning on this thing pretty hardcore, and that's not very good. Because once you start outpacing your turning, this thing is not where you expect it to be. The nose is somewhere different than the velocity, which you'll notice there's like this rounded square with an arrow. That's where you're actually headed, and you see I'm moving it with my maneuvering thrusters. But if I go full throttle, as you see, and turn, the center of this thing is going to start walking off from where it actually is, and that's an issue because this thing flies a lot like you'd expect a semi-truck. Yeah, this is a real fighter, I'll tell you. I'll tell you, this is a phenomenal fighter. All right, we're going to go ahead and throw our landing gear down. Now, this reduces our speed overall.
Landing gear.
Kind of an issue, but we'll go ahead and pull her into docking. We're still kind of aligned. We're going to try to pull in on that pad there, which I think is a pad. I'm not for sure. The other thing is there's no pitch or attitude control on this, which kind of frustrates me because you can never know when your nose is up or when your nose is down or any of that. So you, like a little meatball or a little nav ball or something like that would be phenomenal. They just don't have it. Maybe they'll have it, maybe they won't. I don't know what kind of game physics goes into that. So we're going to pull our throttle back a little bit, nose ourselves into where we're actually trying to go, and then use our maneuvering thrusters. So we're moving a little bit forward, but we're moving mostly to the right laterally, as you can see by the icon that's all the way on the right side center, because I don't really feel like doing this in a fighter-esque sense of top gunning it to the deck. We'll go ahead and start dropping down if I can without turning my joystick. That would be freaking phenomenal. Now let's make a complete and total ass of myself while I try to land this thing, because this is not very fun to land, as I think I've made quite clear on the stream thus far. But I want to do more of this, I really do. It's just finding the time first and foremost. Number two, you know, making sure the streaming and conditions are conducive to me doing it. And also really having something more to talk about than just, you know, talk to myself. Thank goodness for the people that are on the stream tonight, because normally it's just me talking to myself. And that's, it's not a whole lot of fun. I do a lot of talking to myself just generally, so I'm not really a big fan of doing it on the internet for everybody else to see. If I'm going to do that, I'm just going to talk to myself because I talk to myself. But I do appreciate you guys coming on, checking this on. This was a lot more of a test thing. Even the thumbnail I set up for it and everything else didn't load in, so I got to figure that out. I set up a streaming session, then when I started the streaming session through Shadowplay, it was totally freaking different than what I had set up. So I got to figure that out. Got a little bit to learn, as I'm sure we all do when it comes to the world of YouTubes. But yeah, I'm going to take a sip of this nice tasty beverage. We're going to start pulling that throttle back here in just a second because we're starting to get a little close. We're going to take the throttle back. And this is kind of the bad part about dual sticks. So now I think my nose is a little high. So we're going to drop our nose just a little bit. There's no landing guidance on this Drake. So I've got actually two hands on the stick that controls left, right, forward, not the pitch, roll, and yaw. But we're going to try to set this thing down nice and easy without slamming the tail end. Let's go ahead. Front impact warning. Yeah. I really do not like the bitch and Betty on this thing because there's not really a front impact warning. It's just hard to tell if there is or isn't. Shut up, autopilot thing. I don't want to hear your garbage. All right, let's take her forward just a hair more. I don't know if my tail's clear. Landing complete. Oh, let's get out of the cockpit before it changes its mind. There we go. Woo! There we go. And hey, look, we glitched right out of the ship so we can give a solid critique of how we did, which is absolutely phenomenal. Let's look at the front of this thing. Hey, man, we parked it like we knew what we're doing. I like that. That is awesome. Yeah, I know, so rude. So rude. The autopilot on this is not exactly friendly. I think you even have it level on the landing pad. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was Pony here with Grog Games, doing just a little bit of a somewhat test and somewhat hang out and do stuff live stream for Star Citizen. Ran around, got my tail kicked on a Super Hornet. I'm about to fall on my face again, which is going to be phenomenal. Got my tail kicked by a gentleman named Nox in the Super Hornet, and took the Caterpillar out for a bit of a spin to show the world what it's like to pilot it. But until next time, Pony here with Grog Games, signing out. And Shadowplay's locked up, so I don't know how to stop the stream. Isn't that freaking awesome? I don't know how to stop the stream. I'm working on it, though. Alright, there it goes. It's finally figured itself out, so I can finally stop it. And smack my microphone. Alright, let's try this.